I think injustice to me is very simple. When you look at the opportunities that African Americans have as opposed to Caucasians or the wealth gap, all of these different things are injustices.
A word that permeates our society, unfortunately, in a lot of different areas, and it's something that needs to be identified and put on blast so that we can create a better reality and experience for not just us, but for our next generations.
People being ignored, people who are suffering for one reason or another.
Not being able to have your rights and have things that every human deserves and have that taken away from you.
When I heard the word injustice, not everyone is treated right, not everyone is treated equally, and that's something that has to change.
It's something that should be justified within this world, and I feel that we should change that. But in order to change that, everybody have to revolutionize themselves in order for us to make that change.
It's a really difficult one to describe injustice because it comes in so many different forms. And I think we see it happening in many different ways and a lot of time unnoticeable ways.
When you look deep down, you look at our hearts, you look at our brains or our souls, there's no color that defines why one person can be more superior than the other.
The best way to try to eradicate injustice is by actually, with your own two hands, getting out in the community and finding a cause that you can fight for.
When it comes to racial injustice, gender inequality, and just how we treat people on a day-to-day basis, hopefully we can have love and inclusion in everything that we do in our society, but it's going to require everybody to be on the same page.
Being open to having these conversations. We live in a world today where you're not allowed to say anything. You say anything, you're castrated, you're canceled, you're all of these things, but the reality is, how do you ever move something forward if you're not even allowed to talk about it?
But I think as we all sort of take on this sense of diversity and we all look at sort of how injustice can operate and our own role in it, I think we're all affected by bias, no matter what it is, no matter how that operates, and an awareness of that and a willingness to work through our own biases helps us to get to a better place with injustice.